How are you doing today, folks? I gotta be honest with you. I am pumped over what we're talking about today. This announcement has been in the works for a long time, a really long time. And today we're announcing it. It's official, folks. If you've not heard the news, you've heard it here from me. Today, we are announcing that VanillaSoft has acquired Autoklose. As we like to say, it now represents the future of sales engagement. So why am I so excited? Why is this impactful? What can you expect over this next little 30-minute max, live stream? Well, let me answer all of the following, okay? So, why I'm excited was because when you look at the needs of the SMB marketplace, they need more than sales engagement. They need sales nurturing. In other words, instead of multi-channel, which is sales engagement, phone, email, social, SMS, etc., they just need a single way to engage, email. Just like a marketer uses marketing automation to engage their prospects, a sales rep needs sales nurturing to keep their prospects engaged. And then when the time is right, when there's a signal, boom, fire up the triggers, bring in sales engagement using multi-channel outreach to pursue them and close the business. But if for some reason the business doesn't close, they're not ready yet, not quite right, but keep in touch. Back to sales nurturing. It just makes sense. Think about every single SDR you know out there. What do they say to you these days? They say, my open rate is 87%. Have you seen my subject line? Sales reps have become marketers. So Autoklose represents us giving sales reps the marketing tools they need to survive. But now, see, here's the irony. I described for you a path, right? Where it was like nurturing, engagement, nurturing. The truth of the matter is it's a circle. It's a cycle. And it starts off with, who do I want to target? Who are the prospects I need to talk to? And then once I know them, then I go to nurturing, then I go to engage, and then I might do some more nurturing, and then I might get some more prospects. And it's the cycle. It's the cycle of sales. But where do those contacts come from? Well, historically, you might go to a vendor like ZoomInfo or someone else. But that is a completely different price point. And for many, especially in the SMB space, it's an unaffordable price point. So here it is. You now have a single vendor, a single solution that gives you the data. It gives you sales nurturing. It gives you sales engagement. And it gives you everything you need to be a sales rock star. It doesn't matter if it's an SMB sales team, an individual contributor on a larger sales team, or if it's actually a full cycle sales rep. No concept of an SDR or an AE. I am the sales rep. We've got you covered. That's the vision. That's what we're doing. That's what makes us different. And that, my friends, is why we acquired Autoklose. But that's just me. You're gonna hear next from the CEO of VanillaSoft. Then he's going to bring on Sean Finder, the CEO of Autoklose. And then we're going to bring on a guest, a big name guest. Let's just say he's a real sales hunter. And then we're going to bring on a shared client. And we're going to talk through, discuss what this means to you, what it means to the industry, and how this changes the game. So with no further delays, let's get the CEO of VanillaSoft on stage here. Put your hands together for Mr. David Hood.
Thank you, Daryl, and hello, everyone. We are really excited to be here today announcing the Autoklose acquisition. When we launched our first product version, which, believe it or not, was back in 2005, we did it because we thought that CRM was not really serving the interests of the users. So in other words, it was great for reporting, it was great for storing information, but it wasn't helping users and it wasn't helping salespeople actually do their job. It wasn't helping drive that activity. But when we launched in 2005, there was no such thing as sales engagement as we're talking about today. So we put in the long, hard slog and we worked with our customers and our prospects in real world industries, in fundraising, in insurance, in finance, lead generation, people that were really interested in getting an ROI and making a difference to their sales groups. And in doing that by helping to drive the activity and make their salespeople's jobs easier. So we've spent well over a decade developing this and learning from our customers and learning from our prospects. So obviously we were thrilled when in 2015, 2016, all of a sudden everyone started talking about sales engagement, something we'd been doing for years before that. So what does it mean? We think, and we're now convinced, that sales engagement technology and software will take over quite a lot of what CRM did a decade ago. In other words, activity. People that are trying to get something done, they're going to do it through a sales engagement platform. Now, like Daryl mentioned, sales engagement can be multi-channel, which is what VanillaSoft is. We offer SMS, email, telephone, cadences, social, so you can go at it through all channels. But it can also involve single channel. So email can be an important nurturing tactic before you're ready to go into that full channel engagement. So why are we here today? Because we are so pleased that with Autoklose, the VanillaSoft offering is going to be getting even stronger. So what are we going to be able to do? First, we're going to be able to offer even better email functionality with our regular cadence emails. So enhancing click link detection or link click detection, enhancing statistics, making deliverability even better. 2, we're going to be able to offer now a product to the number of people that we speak to that aren't quite ready for a full multi-channel engagement platform. They're not sure if they need it. They're not sure if they can support it. So we can now help them with a product that allows them to get started. Now, so we're going to be keeping developing that product and making it even better. But at the same time, we're going to be working to integrate it so that VanillaSoft customers can have an additional module. Let's call it, personal sales nurturing or almost marketing automation light for salespeople. So as Daryl talked about, the ability to actually start nurturing, then using VanillaSoft's incredibly powerful interactive routing and priority setting to feed a lead in or a prospect in as soon as some intent signals have been seen, get that into a full channel engagement, give it the hard press, and then either sell it, don't sell it, or if you're still not able to establish that connection, put it back into a feed again. So that's that cycle that Daryl was referring to. So on the email side, this allows VanillaSoft to not only enhance existing capabilities and improve on them, but to actually introduce a whole nother module as we move into 2021. So the email side's exciting enough, but in addition to that is the data. And we've been looking at data for years now. We really believe that sales engagement and data are the perfect marriage. Obviously, sales engagement is designed to allow you to interact and engage with more prospects, therefore leading to more sales. So what do you need for that? You need data. And it should be tightly integrated, and you should be able to trust the company that you're getting your data from. So we're proud again to announce today that we are now becoming a Tier 2 data supplier. So we're not competing with the ZoomInfo. We're not competing with the Tier 1. We don't have as much infographics data. We don't have as many fields on the data. But we feel that this will be a fantastic Tier 2 data offering for SMBs in real-world industries that are doing B2B prospecting. And the ability to get them at an affordable price and to get them directly through the platform just makes it that much easier for everyone. So lots of benefits coming from this on the technology side. But obviously acquisitions aren't just about technology. They're also about the team. And probably that's what impressed me the most about Autoklose. So I had an opportunity to speak to a number of Autoklose customers to hear about how their interactions with the company go. What is that relationship like? And it reminded me so much of what we value at VanillaSoft. These companies were saying how well they were treated, how Autoklose really cared about their success. And that's kind of been one of the big things with VanillaSoft. We've followed a slightly different path than many of the other sales engagement platforms out there. We have not done the large financings and then just go out for hyper rapid growth. We've worked with customers. We've worked through the problems. We haven't tried to brute force our way through it. We've taken the time to learn. We've taken the time to adjust the product. And that's why we understand the industries that we sell in so well. And I found the same thing with Autoklose, a younger company, but they wanted to learn as well. So I guess in some ways you could say that we both share that idea that the growth of our customers is just as important as our growth is. And that's what we are focusing on. So with a great technology and shared values, it just became a no-brainer. We think it is going to be a fantastic marriage. What does it mean for existing Autoklose and VanillaSoft customers? Moving forward, we're going to be continuing to develop and improve the Autoklose standalone product. So if you really just need a single channel engagement platform, it's just going to get better. If you want to then introduce and step up into a full multi-channel sales engagement platform, you're going to have that option as part of an integrated package. For VanillaSoft customers, you're going to see over the upcoming months more and more improvements in the email functionality, and then the introduction later of a fully integrated module which will allow for personal sales nurturing. So this will be just another lead source. So even think of the database and the lead data as another source, but now you can actually nurture and warm that up and then feed it in like you would be feeding in leads from other sources, your web page, forms, that type of thing. So the ability to have this all in one platform, I mean, we think it's going to be amazing. We think it is going to help sales teams, sales people, individual contributors just do a much better job. So on that, I am going to pass it off to Sean Finder, CEO, Autoklose.
What I want to say is how excited the entire Autoklose team is about becoming part of the VanillaSoft team. But when we started talking, the first thing that I noticed from David when we even started, before we talked about numbers and product or anything, how David mentioned the culture. He mentioned his team and what he'd be looking for in Autoklose's team. And it was just a perfect marriage from the get-go. Our team is very tight-knit. We're one big family, but we also are hard workers, and the clients do come first. So that was one of the things that was very attractive to when I first met David, actually before we've actually met in person, was over the phone. But I think, moving back to when I first started Exchange Leads back in 2014, we knew we had to parlay the data play into a sales email tool, an email outreach tool. And then the way the industry is kind of going now, multi-channel has become very important. Probably one of the most asked questions by a lot of our clients is about multi-channel. So what this does is it accelerates everything for us. For all of our clients have been loyal, our entire team, we had this all potentially on the roadmap, but this just accelerates everything for the entire team, for the entire product, and for all of our customers, because now you'll have the opportunity to, use the email tool that we have, use our data, but also look to expand and get into that multi-channel where, as you guys know, VanillaSoft is, the top sales engagement tool with, SMS, phone, voicemail, etc. So I'm really excited about the opportunity. I know all of our team is really excited about the opportunity, and we can't wait to show you guys what we're going to be offering in the months to come. So I just want to say a few words and then pass this back over to Daryl.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. What struck me, Sean, was how you were smiling through that whole discourse. Like for those who aren't sure, it was interesting because even this morning, David Hood and I were having a conversation as we we're getting ready for this live stream, and we were just reflecting. And we were reflecting about, because the deal was done, for those who don't know, on October 1st. We took our time to get the announcement right. So we've had 3 weeks now almost to get to know one another and to work together. And I cannot get over how the teams have just meshed and done this. Is that what you're seeing? What's the feedback you're hearing? And no worry that we're live and the whole world can hear you. But I mean, what are you hearing? I'd love to hear what you're hearing.
Yeah, the feedback, it's funny because usually, especially you get a little nervous at the beginning when you're going to surprise everyone with, an acquisition or what's going to happen to the team. But our team, like right away, I just remember the first time we met your team, our team was like, "Hi, VanillaSoft." And I thought it was just amazing how the entire team joined. Like even just today when we announced at 10 o'clock, I couldn't see how quickly people were changing their titles, and so proud to be part of the VanillaSoft team. So I think, the one thing that, David made sure at the forefront was that our teams would mesh. And I think that's one of the things that I see as the biggest advantage, because if you have a big team that can mesh, and we've almost, we added probably about 35% more people to the team, I think it's a win-win. I think we're all very excited with what's to come.
I am too. So with that, Sean, we'll let you go because we've got another big guest coming up here that I want to introduce. You know him as the Sales Hunter. That's Mark Hunter. And we reached out to Mark. We said, Mark, would you be willing to give your thoughts on this marriage between Autoklose and VanillaSoft and tell us what you think this means for the industry? Because, hey, you're a neutral third party, and I would love to hear that. So, Mark, over to you.
A major announcement for the SMB world. I love it. Kudos to the team at VanillaSoft and Autoklose for coming together. Now the SMB world has got that integrated tool that really they've been looking for a long time. When you bring together two great companies, and when I mean great companies, because they're comprised of great people, Sean Finder over at Autoklose and Daryl Prale and David Hood at VanillaSoft, it really comes together and it makes it happen. I love the integration that's happening. I love the way that these companies are working together. This is going to be a huge game changer for SMB. This is going to make a difference, and I love it because you know what? The challenge is on. I wrote the book, High Profit Prospecting. I wrote the book, A Mind for Sales. And I talk a lot about this whole challenge of prospecting and staying engaged. Well, here's the tool to help you do it. I'm looking forward to seeing the success that salespeople and sales teams are going to have by using VanillaSoft and Autoklose in the months and years to come. I'm Mark Hunter. Great selling.
Oh, man. Well, there you have it. The Sales Hunter himself saying nice things. By the way, check out his book. Seriously, he did author everything on prospecting. A Mind for Sales being his latest book. It's killer. You got to check it out because it does dovetail with everything we're talking about right now. All right. So what does that leave us? That leaves us, the two CEOs of the companies have shared with you what just happened. We've talked about what it means for the shared install base. We've talked about why this came about, what the vision was. We've talked about the impact this is going to have on the space. We've talked about a lot of things. You've got an industry expert like Mark Hunter sharing his thoughts, validating this move. But at the end of the day, all of that means nothing if the customers don't like the products. So we sat back and we said, who would be a legitimate customer to bring into the conversation for today to share with you their opinion, their experience, their perspective on the two products. And that would be a customer, ideally, who's used both products. Therefore, they have context, right? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we got. I want to introduce to you right now David Krieger. He is CEO with Sales Roads. And if you've been involved in any of our content and our webinars, this man is a machine. He's a thought leader. Check out Sales Roads, his website, because you could love his services. But David, welcome to the live stream. How you doing, man?
I'm great. Great to be here. And congrats, Daryl and David and Sean. It's really exciting to hear that you guys have joined forces.
It is exciting. We're having a lot of fun, I got to tell you. And it's also a lot of relief. I got to ask you, though, because, by the way, if you're wondering why it's relief, folks, it's because 3 weeks of keeping a secret is hard work. David, what was your reaction, if you don't mind me asking? And I should tell the audience, by the way, David and I haven't prepped for this, so this is 100% unscripted. What was your reaction when you heard that VanillaSoft was looking to acquire Autoklose? Because we did let you in a little bit early, because we actually, for those who don't know, we sought David's input as part of our own due diligence. What was your reaction, sir?
Yeah, so I mean, it was really exciting for me. So I've been with VanillaSoft for 13 years, basically the whole time that I've run Sales Roads. So almost your whole history. I think you guys were a pup, were maybe 2 years old when I started with you guys. And one of the things you guys have always done up until recently with Autoclose is ask for feedback from customers and really understood what our needs are and what were the most important needs, not just every need, right? Because a lot of customers have lots of little needs, but trying to really prioritize them across your whole customer base. And so when you talk to me about Autoclose and how it fit into your sales engagement stack, it just made so much sense. And it was just a perfect complement to what you guys do and your core capability and really making salespeople effective and in a strategic way, and allowing them to complement what they're doing on your platform with email engagement, nurturing, and really just taking it to the next level. So it was exciting for us at Sales Roads because the things that you guys roll out at VanillaSoft are just so integral to our business.
All right, so let me ask you this question. So for the VanillaSoft customers who haven't had the chance yet to get their hands on Autoclose, you have. So what was your reaction with the product? What did you like about it? What niche did it fill? Because you were already a VanillaSoft client. Talk to me a little bit about that experience for you.
Yeah, so what we love about VanillaSoft is just how it is so easy to leverage it for proactive dialing and engagement through the phone, through SMS, and in really a deliberate way. And so when you guys introduced Autoclose to me and showed how we could take our dialing to the next level through cadence functionality and allowing one call to then equal a few nurtured emails and then be able to customize some of those emails, it basically 3 to 5 times the productivity of our team by complementing their targeted dial first strategy while allowing to inform a strategy that then nurtures after the fact, after those touches are being made in a holistic and strategic way. And also it allows the individual reps to have some control over what they're doing, but also it allows from a holistic perspective to control the whole cadence and really make sure that the sales teams are following the playbook that does lead to success.
All right, so let's flip it around on you now, because you have been with VanillaSoft for so long. So for the Autoclose clients who are familiar with that product, that solution, that user interface, what should they expect? Benefits, impact, changes, differences, up to you when they start getting their hands on VanillaSoft.
Yeah. So there's a few different things. One is that we love email capabilities, and it really is a great complement and a great way to nurture some of the top of the funnel leads, as well as, nurture in the middle of a sales process. But one of the things that we've found is that by calling and emailing, it takes your sales team to the next level. Really, if you just do one or the other, you're not going to be nearly as effective as if you find a holistic strategy in combining both. And so for those Autoclose folks who have either been using Autoclose as a standalone and using the wonderful email functionality and not using calling, it's going to be a game changer for you because you're going to easily be able to get your sales team to really be able to integrate their calling efforts into the email efforts. And for those who have been doing calling through other platforms, I mean, the wonderful thing about VanillaSoft, and I've seen this throughout the 13 years, is that when they roll something out, they make sure that it's simple, it's easy to use, but it's powerful. And so you're going to be able to not have to have this huge tech stack that has Autoclose with whatever the other dialing platforms you might be using. It's going to be integrated, and it's going to make for both onboarding for new reps so much easier, but also your current reps are just going to be able to take their game to the next level because it's just going to work. With VanillaSoft, whenever they roll something out, it just works, and it's simple, but it packs a punch.
All right. Now, for context, I don't want to inflate your tire a bit here, but you do come with some street cred when it comes to the world of sales. So for the audience who doesn't know Sales Roads, it would actually help if you gave us your 30-second pitch on what it is you do, because now it'll all make sense and why you use the two products together. So go for it.
Yeah, so we're a SDR outsourcing company. So we work with small to medium-sized businesses up to Fortune 100 companies when they're looking either to augment their SDR, their prospecting functionality, or if they're just not looking to build that internally and they want an inside sales team that's a partner in their sales success, they'll turn to us. And then we have our sales teams calling, prospecting on behalf of their AEs, their salespeople, in order to generate more top of the funnel opportunities for them and help them at the end of the day to crush their quotas. And so with that, VanillaSoft has just been integral because it complements exactly what we do, which is at the end of the day is making sure that our clients are hitting and exceeding their sales quotas by getting enough pipeline opportunities for their salespeople.
So what's really compelling about that is there's an outsourced sales company who makes their living selling on behalf of other organizations. So if they're not using the most impactful, effective tools, they themselves will be out of business. That's Sales World. That's David Krieger. If you haven't followed him yet on LinkedIn, do that. He's a card. He's awesome. He's got great content. Check him out. David, thank you for your time today. I'm so grateful to have you join us. With that, we're going to start wrapping things up. Here's what I want to say. I get asked a lot, Daryl, there's SalesLoft, there's Outreach. How does VanillaSoft compare? And so there's a couple different answers you need to take away from this, okay? SalesLoft and Outreach are fantastic solutions if that's what you want, if you're in the high-tech space, if you're an enterprise play. But the rest of the world who's not in high-tech, who's not in enterprise, they're in real-world industries. They're small to medium-sized organizations. The rest of the world have a few things that we all share. Number one, we don't have in-house resources to manage a broad tech stack built of a data piece and a sales engagement piece and a CRM piece and a conversational intelligence piece and yada, yada, yada. SMB doesn't have that. They rarely have a revenue ops team. Rarely would they have a dedicated Salesforce.com admin on staff. The SMB marketplace needs something that's intuitive and easy to use. You've heard David talk about that when it came to Autoklose and VanillaSoft, all right? Why? Because there is turnover in the SMB space. And so the faster they can onboard new reps with intuitive, easy to use interfaces, the faster, the quicker that they can start delivering an ROI on that investment you're making in that employee. So that's huge, all right? Next, a lot of these people simply want a single vendor. I don't want to negotiate multi-year contracts. I want to go month to month. I just want to make my life simple. Because you know what? A global pandemic might hit, and I may have to change how I spend in my tech stack. So for those SMB clients, that's exactly what we are. So that's how we differ. We're not a unicorn. VanillaSoft, what we care about, what you care about ROI, not AI. And that's what this whole marriage today does. That's VanillaSoft. That's Autoklose. This is the new and improved VanillaSoft. We bring together now in that full cycle sales intelligence with the Data Unlimited. We give you sales nurturing with Autoklose. We give you sales engagement for the pursuit with VanillaSoft. Rinse and repeat. One-stop shopping right here. That's the vision. You're our customer. If you're watching this, thank you so much for joining us today. We are so pumped. We're excited. More announcements to come. Stay tuned. In the meantime, keep watching us. You can go to autoklose.com. You can go to vanillasoft.com. You should follow me, follow Sean, follow David Hood. In the meantime, all we want to say to you is thank you for joining us in this conversation. Thank you for celebrating with us. Thank you for walking this journey with us. And we wish you a fantastic day. Take care, folks. I'll talk to you soon.